And I think that's the reason I enjoy Yes Theory so much. I think one of the first videos I did watch from them was actually a video with Wim Hof, where they went and trained with him for 3 days in Poland. But if you haven't seen their stuff, their YouTube channel, hands down, is probably one of my favorites. It's not the same as like a Mr. Beast or KSI or Logan Paul or any of those guys. Like it's not necessarily all entertainment. Like it is entertaining to watch, but I think their stuff has more of a artistry to it, more of a film photography. Film is that words. It's more of an art, and I feel like most of the stuff they put together is almost like a documentary because of how they film it and the stuff they do, and they get and deliver some of the most interesting stories ever. Some of the videos are definitely more like typical YouTube stuff, but in general, like their philosophy is seek discomfort. That's also their brand name besides Yes Theory, and that's just kind of how they live their lives. It's like their mantra for their community and for their channel is that they do all these crazy things, and most of the time fairly spontaneous. Like they have a general idea, but most of the things they plan out, they're not really planned. It's like, okay, so we're going here, that's about it. They do like a little bit of research and they just kind of go for it, and they see what happens, and they just talk with people and get stories and do this and that. They've been to Chernobyl. They went to the last place in Europe that considers themselves a part of, or they still live like they're part of the Soviet Union. Can't remember exactly where it was, and they just went to this city, or yeah, I think it was a city, and all this, and just some of the stories and the stuff I've seen from them, quite amazing, because it's basically all of them. You kind of watch through their experience and get try to get what they get out of it a little bit. I'm trying to think some of the stuff they've done, but one that's fairly recent and which was pretty noticeable was one of the guys that's a part of Seek Discomfort, a part of Yes Theory, did what was it considered? It was like light therapy? No. Yes? Something like that. There might have been a different word for it. But it was someplace up in Oregon where basically you live like a hobbit for so many days in complete darkness alone. And it was basically kind of like I feel like a decent comparison would be like a sensory deprivation tank or pool, and it's kind of like taking away which sight is the most valuable sense that our body uses out of all of our sensory nerves. Most of them are used just for sight alone. It's one of the most important senses that our body uses. And so basically you go in there and you live in complete darkness in this room and I think he did it for 5 days, and it's kind of like not a therapy necessarily, but it's like a detox, like get away from your phone, kind of stuck in the moment, lose track of time. It like helps. It's like it kind of like resets your body, and it kind of throws your body off because it's nothing that's typical for your body to deal with, and it kind of puts you in a new state, which I feel like is also similar to like the most quiet room, which is the thing where it's so quiet that you can hear the blood like at one point your ears adjust, and it throws off your brain so much, and that it becomes so sensitive that you can hear the blood moving through your body. It's that quiet. So it's stuff like that is very, very interesting. I would love to do a sensory deprivation tank. I feel like that would be very cool to do, but you guys haven't seen any of their videos, I do recommend it, because they go on some pretty spectacular journeys, and definitely some stuff I would love to live up to a little bit. One, just because I would love to travel, but two, just to have some of those experiences, and just to get out and see the world and meet people and experience just amazing things. It's some of the stories and stuff they've come across are quite spectacular. So I do encourage you guys to check them out for sure.